Here comes Ruby. Don just said it's this pretty this afternoon. He's going to wash her. We're going to get downpour deluge on Sunday. Wash out was what the weatherman said, but we don't drive Ruby usually on Sundays, so as long as the roads are dry by Monday morning, we'd be good. Hey, buddy. I petted him just enough today that he stayed up here eating. And all my boys over here are doing good too. See if I can get one more pet in on Morris this morning. Good morning, sweet boy. There you go. Well, thank goodness it's Friday. She's a little worried right now. Somebody's going to shove her with some medicine. It's okay, honey. There you go. See how much better the eye's doing. Well, anyway, it was... Hi. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. Johnny's got it so she can't hide under the couch, and she's probably a little concerned about inside the house noises and would hide if she could. Oh, goodness. Good morning, Ruby. Oh, wow. We actually get to see the sun a little bit this morning. We're not clouded or fogged in today. I got Johnny dropped off. There was no issues coming in this morning. And I'm sitting here at St. Monica's before I head back to the house, which I need to do shortly. Don sent me a few text messages about Duke Energy's rate hike over the next 3 years is supposed to be 18%. I guess it'll be phased in, not all of a sudden 18%. He said it's going to work out to about $48 a month for us with our current approximate 2,000 kilowatt hour a month usage. So that sounds like a lot. For us, he said it'll really have to do with how much the rate goes up off peak, because we're a TOU or time of use -R plan customer. Duke is not all like Duke. So we're old Duke Energy Progress, and then there was like the Duke down in Charlotte, and you know, Duke spread out across multiple states with some differing rate programs and policies there. But he said, you know, in the wintertime it's all about the heat in the morning, and off-peak starts at 9 o'clock, so we might could do some stuff to limit our energy first thing in the morning, as in get up later because I don't have to get Johnny to school in the morning. But there's not a lot we can do about the off-peak stuff to reduce that. That's the cheapest part of the day, so that's where we put all of our must-do things. But my driving habits will change over the next year, starting in the fall. I won't be coming back and forth to Raleigh twice a day, 5 days a week. Obviously, we'll probably do some other driving, but maybe it'll be more in bursts or bubbles of road tripping kind of things versus the daily grind kind of driving. So anyway, we had heard the rate hike was coming, and Don was trying to understand the details of it when he was reading the newspaper this morning. Yeah, I was supposed to be headed to my oncologist for that follow-up 6-month blood work appointment, and now that's been moved to next Wednesday. I had said this in yesterday's video, I believe. She was going to do blood work, which she always does prior to the appointment. Basically, I have to go to outpatient services, get the blood work, go over to the oncologist's office, which is all on the now Duke Regional Campus, formerly Durham Regional Campus. I got my blood work results back from Dr. Ekberg last night, and let's just say that I could be smiling more. My A1C was higher than expected, although my insulin was in the super great range. So those two things don't exactly jive. And I knew my overall cholesterol and LDL cholesterol was going to be high, but my HDL and triglycerides are good. And that's pretty common for people eating keto or carnivore. I need help understanding the LDL particle thing, and I still might need to do something to try to make that right. That's a very complicated. When your LDL's high, you really want to know about particle size and some of these other things, and I don't quite have that down where I could start spitting off facts. And then my phosphorus and magnesium was a little high, but my kidney function and liver function and thyroid function looked great, so I don't know why that is. And I don't get to talk to them until the 13th, although I suppose I could ask the oncologist next week a little bit about it. But I could just be a little happier today about the blood work results. So Dawn and I are fasting today. I had kind of quit, and before Thanksgiving, you know, we were in the September-October time frame fasting once a week. We had like a preferred day, I think Thursday, so we wouldn't eat dinner Thursday night. And I also was doing a better job at one point of 2 meals or 1 meal a day. I kind of slacked off on that because of the whipping cream in my coffee. Probably all comes back to me wanting monk fruit and heavy whipping cream in my coffee. That's probably the root of all my evils, is trying to stay awake. So I'm gonna cut back on that too. I may not be as happy a camper here for a while, but you know, nothing too alarming in the blood work. Just, you know, a couple of questions and not as good as I wanted it to be, so that's affecting my mood today. Are you warm enough?
I guess, maybe. We'll see. My head's a little cool.
Well, you get warmed up, I guess. It feels cooler to me than the air temperature says that it is. I have a jacket on over top of my vest, and I noticed today when I put the weight vest on that there's a spot on my shoulder that's a little tender, where it must be putting some pressure. I thought the fabric might have been kinked up, but that wasn't what it was. So I'll have to be careful about that, or we'll be putting an extra piece of foam back there.
Right.
Well, Don and I heard and saw a drone over at the environmental park, a big one, like commercial, and I've just seen it kind of pointing toward the sun, so I'll spare you that. Over here, I'm wondering if it's taking a look at the church property for some reason, you know, see how they're doing on grading that land, getting it ready for the church or something. I don't know. I can't think of any other reason why someone would have this, you know, commercial drone out here doing footage this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guys are up there with the mowers. There's 2 of them, one on the right, one on the left, and it looks like they've mowed here.
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention further on down the trail.
I saw a little bit. I think they turned, I saw
Halfway and turned around or something.
Like that. Yeah, I saw some tire track.
Okay. I've warmed up a little bit.
Yeah, my hands are cold, but nothing else is.
I'm happy to be off the shady part of the trail and up here in the sun too. Much better. Yeah, I've got my knit hat on this morning. Dawn does not, so it makes a difference. We did stop to chat with the town guys for just a minute. They mowed up here before they went down on the trail. There was actually 3 mowers. So they're right busy mowing today. They're on some winter schedule though, not their summer ball playing schedule. So now when he goes down, he's doing a squat, trying to keep his back right.
11.
So what's your heart rate right now? And I realize you ain't got your glasses, but if you get the screen up, I can look. And we'll take into account that you've been
107.
That you've bent over and stood back up a few times.
I've done 17
squats. Mine's at 124, but we've known for a long time that my heart rate, my beats per minute, is higher than Dawn's. We'll chalk it up to all the years you ran and I cooked dinner while you were gone. I mean, we really have made a shift to doing the exercise together, because seriously, I would get hung up doing stuff for kids or cooking dinner or cleaning house or taking care of a cat or something, and I was not carving out the time to exercise. And Don was like, I'm out of here, going to listen to my podcast, be back in 45 minutes, see ya. This is the last lap. We should have all the trash at this point. Don's done 21 squats and he says he started feeling it at about number 10. I told Don if he'd wear his vest and run home, I'd carry the vest up the hill to the car.
Here comes the X.
Sure does. Was that the same one?
No, that one has a spoiler. I mean, no, I do not believe so.
That one was chrome, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a guy driving it, that's all I saw.
Just a little guy.
He slung it over my shoulder. Well, he asked how I wanted it. It's over my left shoulder. And he's off on his run. It's not too bad. But I have trouble. This hill is not fun any day, so yeah. Well, this is the best this camellia has ever looked. It was moved from my other house back in 2013. Basically, all of these ones were. This is doubled in size. I'm fertilizing them at least twice a year now, and I think it's helping, and I'm enjoying it. When I got in Jules, she switched to my driver profile, so the fix that I did the last time I drove, where I fixed the profile, worked. We're not happy that the squirrels did that to the bluebird box, but Dawn is going to fix it. Maybe this weekend. We'll see. Because the bluebirds are getting interested. I do see a lot more flowers on there yet to open. I love camellias. No smell. For those of you that aren't familiar, don't live, in the southeastern United States. I'm not sure where else they grow, but yeah, this one has not been looking good for a while. I don't exactly know what's wrong with it. It may never resurrect itself. But hopefully, there's one more down here. There was one before I stopped too. I've got them all along the side over here. But that one, all my efforts, that one is finally blooming to its potential. There's two on the side of the house, japonicas, and one of them is blooming right now too. And there's several sasanquas in the yard also, but it's the wrong time for them. I didn't notice too much difference walking up the hill with the weight on my shoulder, so I'll be telling Dawn I can do that anytime. It's a gorgeous afternoon, bright and sunny, temps approaching 60. It's 12:20. I've just left home and I am headed to pick up Bojangles and take it to Miss J. She says, please come back and please bring Bojangles. If you don't know, Bojangles is Cajun fried chicken and biscuits, and I think they have pork chops too, and southern gravy, and they're known for their sweet tea, which basically means they have fresh brewed iced tea with lots of sugar in it. So Miss J wants some of all of that, and I'm gonna go pick it up for her. I'm not gonna have it, but I'm gonna pick it up for her. Visit with her on my way to get Johnny. Miss J enjoyed her Bojangles, and I got to meet her cat Luke. He let me rub his belly. I feel honored. He was a really sweetheart. Jake, her other kitty, was hid, but Luke is the official greeter. And I'm headed downtown now, and it continues to be a very pleasant day out there. A little chillier than you'd like, but for January it's pretty darn awesome. There is a wrapped up, souped up Model Y. I think it's been lowered too. Got on extra wide tires maybe. There was carbon fiber around the bottom, and that lower plate in the back has this little triangular extra flashing light. Pretty neat. In the front, the lower spoiler came out from underneath the front of the car. It was nice. It was one of those kits. There is a red Model X behind this Ford Explorer there, street parked, but it's not Ruby. Same wheels, probably similar vintage. I'm out here visiting with Dusty. He's a good boy. Doing my very best that I can with him.
High style.
You got a corduroy collar.
Nothing but the best.
You gonna wash Ruby for me?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I vacuumed her. I like it when we do that before we wash her.
Yeah.
And I blew the parking pad up here because it's no fun getting that wet and then getting it on your shoes and then maybe getting it back inside of Ruby. So, but I'll let you deal with the cold water.
Yeah, cold water.
At least we can wash the car in January at home. It's stayed around 58, upper 50s. Totally fine for washing. Not optimally warm, but good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
She looks so much better. I'm fixing to take Johnny to Taekwondo. Don does the tire black and the black on the car, you know, the day after when it's 100% dry. It's no fun trying to put that on when the car's still a little wet. She looks good as new again, Donnie.
That's right. She cleans up really well.
Everybody don't panic. She just rebooted. Johnny noticed that the navigation was sputtering. It was just really weird. And he says, Mom, the MCU is acting weird. And poof, she went black. It takes forever before you see the Tesla T. There she's coming back up. See? It's all good. But every new owner should know that that will happen at some point. And you just keep driving like nothing's happened. I promise, it's all good. Well, that was nice. The instrument cluster came up faster. She will finish. Stripey's being a good boy, aren't you, buddy? Hi. 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 Oh, good boy. Good boy. Are you jealousy? Did I stop? Hi, Sully. Can do more belly. Can do more belly. It's a good boy. Hi, nighttime. Oh my goodness. Look at his, he's making biscuits. Making biscuits, he's a good boy. I'm up to step 221 and I'm gonna stop for tonight. I think I told you there was 269 steps to get this first floor, first book of 5 complete out of what I say it was 4,700 pieces, something like that. I think that's what it was. Anyway, it's going to build up the chimney here with the more axle higher for spinning it, and probably finish this wall off. And this is topped out, so it's ready to accept whatever floor, you know, goes on top. There must be a hole in the floor because this is higher than that. Be interested to see how that works out. But anyway, I've done some today, so now I don't feel like I didn't accomplish anything with my Lego project. You know, gotta have priorities. Yeah, and what else I should have said is I finished this entranceway over here. I need the only 2 parts that's wrong in the whole thing so far is those, and they'll be easy to swap out. I need an arch that's in the dark red, and I don't have it.